Hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Mayor Spotlight, where we are headed around town highlighting local projects. We're looking at local businesses to give everyone up-to-date and pertinent information on the great businesses and the things we have going on in Clinton, Iowa. I am extremely excited to be here today at the Wilson Lofts with Brian from Economic Growth Corps. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me today.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. It's a wonderful day.
So this project, obviously it's been a long time in the making. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of time put into this. We're, at the time of the video, we're a couple days away from the official ribbon cutting. So
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the project and kind of how it got started and how we got to today.
Absolutely. Thanks again for this opportunity. The project was initially brought to us through the former Clinton Chamber of Commerce, which of course is now Grow Clinton. It was introduced to us back in 2013. We took ownership in 2015, and we could probably write a book about all of what it took for us to get here. It definitely is probably one of the most complex financial structures of any transaction that we've been involved in to date. And while there may be some in other parts of the country, it certainly was one that perhaps was significantly larger, an entire city block, for example.
Sure.
But we're very excited to be here, to see it through its completion, and we're really looking forward for Monday, and we hope that many individuals will come out and be as proud of this development as we are.
Yeah, I mean, this is outstanding. We walked around a little bit. Let's talk about the structure. What's inside the building? Because there's some living units, there's some commercial space.
Yes, we have 33 residential units. 20% of those are targeted toward more of an employer type assisted, 80% the area median income, because we live in a data world, but still that covers many people. The balance of the units are complete market rate with no asset test, of course. The first floor, very excited to bring our retail incubator as well as our kitchen incubator. We have been running incubators for about 10, 12 years. We have found them to be very successful in launching and bringing those that are incubated into other storefronts within the downtown. And along with providing the space and the very favorable rent terms and additional support, as well as with our local partners here, through Bridge Investments, our CDFI, we can also provide that patient type loan below market interest rate capital to help get them up and running, to help with inventories or what their other needs would be. So we are completely as a one-stop shop here. Years ago, I made the comment before City Council that when we come to a community, we bring everything that we have, and we certainly are doing that here, from our HUD-approved financial education counseling system for our residents and understanding how important credit is that affects even your insurance to your utility bills, to other patient capital resources, as well as below market interest rate loans and the incubator opportunities and all that brings to a downtown.
That's outstanding. So as you're looking at the incubator spaces there, how do you attract folks in there, or how does the word get out so people can kind of come in and utilize those services?
Well, certainly our marketing department does a great job with things on social media, but social media, and one of the things that we learned about Clinton too is, you know, the great mind is very successful here. And so whether those that, if you're watching, send a text to somebody that has been talking about perhaps initiating, starting a business or growing one beyond just an Etsy account, for example, have them reach out to us. Because one of the things that we learned within our incubator system is that it's very intimidating to branch out on your own. But if you're there sharing in that risk with your colleagues that can also be there for also emotional support, there's more success in numbers, and that's one of the things that we're looking to accomplish here.
Absolutely. So I'm going to take you kind of back, and you talked about 2013, 2015. What originally kind of drew you guys coming in to invest in this specific project here?
I would say the commitment and passion of the people here. I remember we had many long city council meetings. And during that process, the council chambers were full. And I remember the first one that really impressed me, that obviously still stands out, is when we came in, I believe it was for the first reading of our initial request. And I believe we had 10 or 11 individuals get up and approach council and speak on the need and their support for the project. And then it just kind of snowballed with the passion of the individuals. And of course, there was some social time afterwards. I spent a lot of time at Vinny's across the street. And just hearing what the vision of the community was regarding this building. Hearing the stories of during their childhood or what other experiences that they had had here. But it really was a driving force was the ongoing commitment. Awesome. And the welcome, I mean, the city rolled out the welcome mat for us when we came here, and it's been a constant through the entire process.
Wow, I mean, that's good to hear. And you know, I'm working on my 4th year in the city here, and I think having partners like Economic Growth Corps and projects like this, I mean, obviously it's extremely important to the thriving downtown that we have here. And I think some people see a couple empty spaces and they maybe have a negative impact, but projects like this are going to spur a lot more, I hope, right?
Oh, we definitely believe that.
Yeah.
And I would say to the community, at any time, whatever the subject matter may be, if you're struggling with, if you believe something can happen, drive past this building, because after this, you should be able to believe that if you put your heart and soul into something, you can make great things happen. And that's exactly what's happened here.
Awesome. And Vinny's is going to reopen as the Rusty Barrel right behind us here in a couple weeks from now. So you might be able to spend a little bit more time over there.
I think I'll be there Monday.
That's awesome.
As I hope you will be as well.
Absolutely. Is there any other things that you want to highlight on the project that you think is important for people to know?
I think, yes, thank you. I think what you'll see is when you're looking around these units, it is a quality market rate development that will continue to be a catalyst for other investments. And I'll close with this. What's next, Mayor?
I think we need to get you guys on another project.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
That's outstanding. No,
right.
we really appreciate the partnership. I mean, just seeing a couple of the units so far, I mean, this is beautiful. Driving by, just seeing the new windows, made a huge difference, you know, from what it did look like. So we're grateful that you're here. We're grateful that you guys stuck it out for the time, and then we're gonna get to do a ribbon cutting in a couple days to kind of finalize it. So
yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes this episode of the Mayor Spotlight. These videos are in partnership with Grow Clinton. If you are not a member of the Grow Clinton organization, please reach out. They have some great resources for our local businesses. And until next time, we'll see you on the Mayor Spotlight.